Hey folks, and welcome to another Sasoi spikeboarding demonstration and tutorial. Here we are on a pretty hot day on the eastern side of the Williamsburg Bridge. And the eastern side of the Williamsburg Bridge is not paved and it has some expansion joints, as you can see. There's about 3 expansion joints, I believe, and they are fairly significant. They have about a good 1-inch expansion, and they have to be respected very much. So you need to switch kick the board and get your front wheels over and get yourself to the back of the board, get all your weight to the back, and float your board over these expansions as you go up. As you can see, this side of the bridge is concrete, so there was an expansion joint, for instance, you saw the drift, and then the board casually goes straight over, and that drop in the rear catches the rear foot. So we've got a switch kick up this, and there's no spike engagement in concrete, so carbide does not bite into concrete, and therefore wherever there's concrete you are at a loss to use your upper body engagement, and you're back to the fundamental switch kick, which is what you need to get whenever there's concrete around, and that's the situation here at the Williamsburg Bridge. So as you can see, this athlete's carrying the skateboard spike, which is what it's called. There was the other expansion joint, in a neutral position. Neutral meaning it's carried right in the middle off of the silicone, and it's also kept parallel with the board. As you can see, this is a fairly heavily trafficked bridge, and there's traffic in front of us, behind us, side of us, and that spike needs to be carried safely in a parallel position and not poking out over into the sides left and right. And so when you cross bridges, you've got to put your safety tip on, or you have to have fairly expert conditions. Do not spikeboard around people when you cannot be safe with others, and safety for yourself as well. So this particular cyclist right behind us probably was very curious as to what was going on, and looks to be also that they probably didn't have the fitness to pass us, because they were just hanging out back there for a rather long time, and you wonder why. But mostly because I think we're going uphill. So, or he was just curious to see what was going on. But as you can see, there's a great deal of activity on this bridge, and suddenly the road has gotten paved. The little path has gotten a little bit of pavement, and worry not that the spike is damaging this asphalt in any way, shape, or form, because asphalt gets hot, it gets soft, and tires step on it, and it is pretty much self-healing. So that's the case with asphalt. It's never going to be damaged at all by spike tips. Spike tips are made by a dozen ski companies and sold worldwide. What damages asphalt is heavy-duty expansion and contraction from winter and summer heat, and of course the tonnage of cars and trucks really does a number on asphalt as well. So we're executing the stand-up spike stroke there. The stand-up spike stroke is really nice once you begin to get close to speeds at which you can no longer carry cadence with your legs, or the pavement is getting a little bit irregular. So you're probably not noticing it, but there is a bit of irregular pavement that's happening. That cyclist finally passed us there. And so when you see stand-up spike, you're usually traveling at a speed that's far and above what you could be switch kicking or CUBI crossing with. So that's when your feet go straight onto the deck. There's going to be another little chicane here, and a little bit of a turn. We're just going to play it safe. It is a weekend, and there's a lot of traffic coming through, so that's what we're talking about there, giving the camera bike some indication just to chill out. That chicane is kind of tight, as you can see. People are slipping in. And here we go for a little sled ride, guys. So this is a fun little sled ride, and it's cadence breakable, absolutely, not a problem. But we were actually at the end of the day and just wanted to get down to the bottom of this summit, get ourselves some hydration, and get home. It's the end of a filming day. We're filming out in Brooklyn. Go ahead and take a peek at that shadow, and you can see where that hand is falling down on that cyclist. So when cyclists and spikeboarders are together, assuming the bicycle has disc brakes, you really want to make sure you have disc brakes. What we've got here is a flat bar velo Velo flat bar bike. It's basically a road bike that's a little fancier than a hybrid, and it's got a good set of disc brakes on front and back. And as we come into the cyclist, we'll just give him some heads up, and we'll push gently straight into the small of his back and push him off. And now he's hitting the brake hard. We're coming in again and just leaning straight into that. And as you can see, we're moving about 20, 26, 27 miles an hour, and there we are at the base of the bridge. So velo spiking works fantastic, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this little bridge cross. Spike hard, spike often, spike boarding, and we will see you at the next one. So long, guys.